Hi boys and girls, welcome back. As most of you who follow my channel will know, I had my second hair transplant at Dr Cinik's in Turkey in the middle of April. It's now just gone the middle of July, so it's just over 3 months. Last week the clinic sent me a WhatsApp and asked me to send some photos, so I took some photos from different angles, and they said the hair's coming along fine, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. So let's have a quick look. It's thickening up well at the front. It's looking really good. Really pleased with it. If you remember, the first op was mostly for the front, the second op was for the crown and a bit on top, but they also put in 500 grafts sort of just behind the hairline to make it a little bit thicker. So it's going pretty well. Let's just go over the top. Really hot day today, so I'm sweating quite a lot. Not sure how well that's focusing, but you'll notice the top and the crown is still a little bit thin. It's growing well. A lot of the hair was my native hair from the first op that's just started growing back. It grows back a lot quicker. The transplanted hair grows a lot slower, so underneath this sort of thicker hair on the crown I can feel lots of spiky little hairs, so I'm just waiting for them to sort of start growing to catch up with the rest. Once that happens, it should start really thickening up well, which I'm really looking forward to. Got to the 3-month mark now, so hopefully the little spiky hairs will start growing soon. A lot of people ask about shedding. Didn't really have that much. I had some hair fall out, but the average person loses like 50 to 100 hairs a day. That's just normal. As long as it's not excessive hair falling out. That's what things like finasteride are for. I still get a lot of people asking, do I take finasteride? No, I don't. But I'm 47, so hopefully my hair has stopped falling out naturally at sort of my age. I'm not against finasteride. I know a lot of people take it with really good results. You might want to try taking it for a year before a hair transplant to see how it thickens up. It's mainly to stop you losing hair. But there's minoxidil that people take, helps grow the hair. But you know, if you stop, then what you've grown you might lose again. At the moment I'm not taking either. I'm just taking my vitamins, my biotin, my saw palmetto, which is supposed to be like finasteride. A lot of people say it does nothing, but it seems to work for me. It's cheap, I just keep taking it. What else was I going to say? A lot of people, the questions I get asked most, probably, or one of them certainly, is what shampoo to use and how often do you wash your hair. So let's just have another quick look. I've got this mirror here, so you can sort of see. I'm sat right in front of a mirror now, so like I said, you can see it's thickening up well. I've shaved the sides and the back myself, and you can see the crown is still slightly thinner. It might be better than actually going over with the camera. Right, shampoos. Just when you have the op, your clinic will give you a shampoo. This is one that I got. It's caffeine, keratin, daily use, all hair types. Got vitamin B7, B5, B3, biotin, provitamin B5, niacin, for sensitive scalp and brittle hair. Paraben free, sulfate free and colour free. So it's a really natural one. It doesn't smell, it's just pure looking. The first time I had the op, I had similar to this, but back then, 3.5 years ago, it was a different shampoo. It smelled really nice, that one. This one just doesn't smell, it's really pure. So this is what I've been using every day for the first month of the op, following the instructions of the clinic. So I've used this for a month. And this, if you want to buy this sort of thing, they have got a website, and I think on Instagram you can buy this. So I use that, and I'm still using it now basically. I use this every day for the first month, like I said, and then I'll just keep using this until it runs out. because, you know, I don't like chucking things if they're not finished, so I just use those. As for other shampoos, loads of them. Now these ones, some are my girlfriend's for colour care, for blonde hair, and got keratin oil, we've got loads, and she spends an absolute fortune on these. I've tried them before, and I've bought my own ones that are supposed to help with growing hair and this and that, but I don't think they make that much difference, if I'm honest. I personally wouldn't waste the money. I would put the money towards a hair transplant if you've not had a hair transplant. That's like even taking finasteride and minoxidil. If you're bald, it's not gonna sort of get you loads and loads of hair. The only thing that really works is the hair transplant. That's not to say finasteride doesn't do its job, but any shampoo or anything like that, if you're bald, it's not going to grow your hair. It's not going to, you know, otherwise everyone would be buying expensive shampoos and not having hair transplants. So first thing, maybe try finasteride and minoxidil for a year before you're op if you want to. It's your opinion, of course, your choice. I don't, because I give blood, and as I've said loads of times, I can't take finasteride and give blood because they don't allow it. So yeah, I mean, try taking these things for a year if you don't give blood and that sort of thing, and then have your hair transplant. Give yourself a good start, but like I said, any shampoo is not going to grow your hair. It helps it clean your scalp and that sort of thing, but it's not going to, you know, if you're bald, you're not going to get a full head of hair just by using shampoo without a hair transplant. So what do I use? Like I said, I've tried those expensive ones that my girlfriend uses. I've bought expensive ones myself that are from like hair places that are supposed to grow your hair. You see advertised everywhere. So what do I use? Like I said, use this at the moment until it runs out. Then after that, I use Tesco's 69p, I think it is, or it might have gone up a little bit now with the cost of living going up. But yeah, they do the shampoo. This is raspberry flavour. They do coconut, that smells quite nice. They do a few other flavours, but that is what I use. It's basically under £1 and it does the same thing. It cleans my hair. I've, like I said, tried so many. I just think, what's the point? You know, some of them smell better, some lather up more and soap up in the shower. I just use this one though because it does the same thing. And you save yourself a load of money. It's suitable for vegans if you're a vegan. And yeah, you know, I'm not promoting this or anything. I'm sure there's other supermarkets that do just the same sort of cheap shampoo as this, but it's one of those things. I think, why spend a fortune when it doesn't really, for me anyway, it doesn't seem to do any difference. Another question I get asked is, how often do I wash my hair? First month after my op, like I said, I wash it every day. You know, especially the first 10 days, you want to get those scabs sort of worked off and coming off. You take the lotion they give you as well, then the shampoo, and it sort of gets rid of your scabs. But you know, when that's run out, I go back to my normal shampoo. But I've been washing it every day for a month, for the first month. After that, I go back to the gym, start doing my workouts, my running and stuff. So I go back to doing once, well, I go to the gym about 3 times a week. So I wash it at the gym when I'm having a shower afterwards. It's good to get rid of the sweat, because the sweat doesn't smell nice, and you know, you don't want sweat sort of sitting on your hair or on your scalp. I personally don't like washing it every day when I'm, you know, not just had an op. So I wash it probably about 3 times a week, maybe 4. But don't get too het up on how often you wash your hair or what shampoo you use, because there's no one set answer. If you find a shampoo you like, then stick with it, you know. If you get dandruff, use a dandruff shampoo. If you find one that you just like the smell of, then just use it. Don't worry too much about shampoos. But yeah, like I said, I wash it about 3 times a week at the moment. I don't want to do it every day because I get really dry sort of scalp doing it every day, and if I do it every day, you know, I think sometimes it's good to have some of your natural oil on your head, on your scalp. You don't, you know, you don't want to be making your scalp too dry by washing it all the time. Obviously, if you exercise more, say you exercise 5 times a week, then I'd do it then, because you don't want the sweat. That's, you know, it doesn't smell great. You smell vinegary, and yeah, get rid of the sweat. But you know, don't be obsessed with washing it all the time. It's not going to sort of make your hair. If you haven't got hair, it's not going to start growing hair. So that's about it. That's the question I get asked a lot. In my next vid, I'm going to sort of show you an update, and also try and answer more questions that I get asked a lot. What I get asked quite a bit is the beard grafts that they used in the first stop. Did they use in the second stop? No, they didn't. They used them in the first stop. In the crown area they did a little bit, and they also mixed it with normal grafts in the crown, at the back and the top. They're great. I can still feel them. They mix them so well that it blends in really well, but you can still feel they're slightly wiry. The other thing I find is when I first wash my hair in the shower, the hair at the back, the wiry ones, the beard ones, it literally dries instantly. So the thicker parts of your hair will, like my native sort of hair that's on the sides, that will still look wet when it comes out of the shower, but the crown where they put the beard grafts in, that they kind of stick up a little bit and they're dead dry straight away. It's like sort of when you wash your beard, it doesn't say sopping wet for ages unless you've got a really long beard, but it's the same sort of thing, and it just, you know, it goes really, just dries really quick. But yeah, I'm really pleased. The front's looking really good. It's kind of, I washed it this morning because I was in the gym this morning, but it's kind of getting a little bit sweaty now because it's literally been some of the hottest weather we've ever had in England this week. It's a lot cooler now, but it's still pretty hot. The other thing I had this week was, or I should say last week, my tooth. Some of you know I'm getting an implant done. They did the first part, which is, I think it's called the abutment. Mine was titanium, I think it was, and they basically put in where the tooth had come out 3 months ago. They've gone up through the gum, so it goes right up into your bone. And they tighten it up, and when you're sort of sat there having the operation, well, the dentist is working on you basically, and you can hear, it sounds like a torque wrench, like clicking as it's tightening up. But it went in really well, and I had no pain. I was expecting, they numb you obviously, but the next day I was expecting loads of pain, but there was none. I was really pleased with that. They gave me antibiotics for 7 days, but I've taken all those now. I didn't need to take any paracetamol or painkillers or anything. Went back the following week, this Tuesday just gone, and because they did stitch it, the gum, and the stitches actually came out on their own. So I went back to have the stitches, and they said, yeah, they've already come out. And they checked on the gum, they said it's healing well, so I've got to wait 3 months now before I can have the actual tooth. I think first of all they put like, it's like, to me the abutment looks like a raw plug, a metal one that's gone up into your gum. Then they put this screw in to stop stuff getting in there, like food and stuff, I guess. Then they take that out, and as long as the whole raw plug doesn't come out, I think it's a success. Then they put in another screw, slightly longer one. Then they measure you up for the crown, which is the tooth part. And I always wondered, do they just twist the tooth into place? But no, they don't. They put the tooth on, then it's like got a sort of screw part, and they screw it up, then they put a filling over the top to cover it. So there's quite a lot to it. There's more to it than I thought there was going to be. I don't know if all dentists do them the same way, but my one got really good reviews. It's just up the road from me. Couldn't get any more time off work to go abroad. So yeah, I'm doing it locally. And like I said, the guy gets really good reviews. He's fixed quite a few people that have had problems with theirs. So, and there was no pain, so that's a good thing. So hopefully soon I shall be getting a tooth there. Doesn't really bother me, but sometimes like if sort of smiled to, actually you see it, I just don't like the look of it, and I thought, yeah, let's go for it. Any questions you get, leave comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also go on to the Facebook group that we've made. A few of us have made it. We talk about hair, teeth, literally jokes, anything. Lots of guys and girls on there. Anything health related. It doesn't even have to be health related. We just chat about anything really. And it's becoming very popular. We've got 3.4 thousand members, I think, and it's growing literally very quickly. It's got some great people on there, great admins, moderators, and you know, it's very friendly, very laid back. We can ask anything, do lots of little fun polls to see people's opinions on things. We give little hints and tips on things, so you know, check it out. You're more than welcome to join. Only have a few rules. We don't allow sarcasm, we don't allow like sort of people arguing, so you know, we just have a few rules. You try and get along with people, you help people out, you don't, you know, my doctor's better than yours and all that. We don't want any of that. We don't want it turning into some other groups. Yeah, it's just like quite a fun place at the moment, and it's pretty chilled, which is the way we like it. Take care. Like I said, ask me questions. I get lots and lots and lots of questions though. I try and answer the most popular ones on my videos, but you know, if I can't get back to you straight away, it's because either I'm working or I've got so many questions to get through. So be patient. I do try and get back to everyone. Alright, cheers.